everyone. In our previous lecture we have seen that how you can determine if two lines are parallel given the equations of those two lines with the help of the example. And now we will see that how you can determine or how you can find out that the two lines are perpendicular, that is they are making a 90-degree angle with each other if you are given with the equations of those two lines. So let's see what is the condition that is required to say that the two lines are perpendicular or not. So the condition is, so this is the condition that the slope of one line M1 is negative reciprocal of the slope M2 of the other line. Now if I write it mathematically, it will be more easier for you to understand. M1 is equals to minus 1 divided by M2. So M1 and M2 are representing the slopes of the two lines that are perpendicular to each other. So it means that the two lines will be perpendicular if their slopes are the negative reciprocal of each other. So let's have an example so that we can check if we are given with the equation of two lines whether the two lines are perpendicular or not. So here we have an example. Y is equals to 2x plus 3. This is the equation number 1, and the other equation is 4y is equals to minus 2x plus 10. So these are the two equations of the lines that we need to check whether they are perpendicular to each other or not. So the step number 1 that we have to do to check whether these two lines are perpendicular or not is we have to write these equations into the standard form of linear equation, that is y is equals to mx plus c. So I'll write here the standard form of linear equation here, that is y is equals to mx plus c, where m is the slope and c is the y-intercept. So I'll label it with the equation number 3 here. So we have to compare 1, 2 with the equation number 3 to get the slopes, to get the M1 and M2, so that we can easily determine whether they are perpendicular or not. So first we have to compare the equation number 1 with the equation number 3. So the equation number 1 is already in the standard form, so we need not to convert it into the standard form. So then equation number 2 is not in the standard form. We have to convert it just like the equation number 3. So I'll write convert equation 2 in standard form. Standard form, that is like this. So let's write it as 4y is equals to minus 2x plus 10. As we have to isolate y on one side, I will write that y is equals to minus 2 by 4x plus 10 by 4. As we have to divide 4 on both sides, so what we will get is y is equals to minus 1 by 2x plus 5 by, now we have both the equations in the standard form and we have to compare these two equations with the standard form of linear equations so that we can get the slopes of the two lines. So our next step is to compare equation 1 and 3 and equation 4 and 3. 4 and 3. It means we have to compare both the equations with the standard equation, that is y is equals to mx plus c. So if I write the equation 1 and 3 as y is equals to 2x plus 3 and the standard equation is y is equals to mx plus c. So it is clear here that m1 is equals to 2. So I'll write here as m1, slope of equation 1 is equals to 2. Now if I compare equation 4 and 3, that is y is equals to minus 1 by 2x plus 5 by 2 with the standard equation, that is y is equals to mx plus c, then it is clear here m is equals to minus 1 by 2. So we can say that m2 is equals to minus 1 by 2. So these are the slopes of the two lines. Now we have the step number 3 in which we will see whether these slopes are meeting the condition that we have mentioned at the very start of our lecture, that for two lines to be perpendicular, their slopes should be the negative reciprocal of each other. So let's compare their slope. I'll write here compare slopes of the two equations. So if I write here m1 is equals to minus 1 by m2. This is actually the condition that is required. I will just put the values of m1 and m2 to check whether both sides are equal. If the sides are equal, it means that the two lines are perpendicular. So m1 is that we have found earlier is 2. In the step number 2 is 2 minus 1 divided by m2 is minus 1 by 2. So I'll put minus 1 by 2 instead of m2. Minus 1 by 2. So what I will get is 2 is equals to 2. So what does it mean? It means they are meeting the condition that the two lines are perpendicular because their slopes are negative reciprocal of each other. So it is clear here m1 is 2 and minus 1 by 2 is the negative reciprocal of 2. So this is how you can check that the lines are perpendicular or not. So I can easily say here that both lines are perpendicular. So that's all from today's lecture. Thank you.